What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another VGC video. Doing some battles today with a weakness policy Groudon team. I got the skeleton of the team and stuff like this Grimmsnarl spread from VGC Pastes, which I will once again link in the description. It's a wonderful resource, especially for people just getting into competitive Pokemon battling and just want to give some teams a try without knowing a whole lot about team building and whatnot. But here's the star of the show, a weakness policy Groudon. I changed the set that was in the original paste because they used a special Groudon with a fake Tears Grimmsnarl, and I just wasn't a huge fan of that. The 100 special attack isn't horrible, but 150 is so much better. And even if you get intimidated, if you get the weakness policy up, then you're at +1 and you can do some major damage. And our support mon of choice for this video is the Dragapult with Surf, which is another reason I wasn't a huge fan of the fake Tears Grimmsnarl, because what you want to do here is you use your Surf, your Ghost type, so there's no fake out pressure to stop the weakness policy from going up, and Dragapult is relatively fast. It used to be the fastest viable mon in the format before, restricteds and legendaries gave it the good old speed and power creep. So it's no longer as prevalent in VGC today, but I still think it can be very valuable on the right teams. And I think this is one of them with the Surf. Will-O-Wisp is such a good move that I don't think enough people are using since there are so many physical attackers still dominating Series 12. And then the rest of it's pretty standard. We got a Zacian, an Incineroar, and a Trace Porygon 2. I prefer Trace over Download. And another quirky thing that the original paste had was it was an offensive Porygon 2 with analytic, which is cool, but not something I wanted to. I really wanted the Trick Room option and the more of a stall Porygon. And then the Zacian actually had Wild Charge over Play Rough, which I thought was funny, but not something that I'm super interested in running, especially on a team that has a signature gimmick with the weakness policy Groudon. And we're going to start off with a Kyurem White team that has Grimmsnarl, Zacian, Incineroar, Bronzong, and a Gastrodon. So you need the Kyurem to max. Because what else are you maxing? Maybe the Gastrodon, which, I mean, it's fine, I guess, but this looks to me like they're going to try to set up this Kyurem and then maybe have a Zacian to clean up. So I'm inclined to... I want my own Zacian to be able to threaten it, but I don't know if I want to lead it. My prediction is Kyurem with either the Grimmsnarl or the Incineroar. Grimmsnarl for screens and speed control, so it could stop my Zacian from just one-shotting it, or Incineroar to get the -1 attack drop and the fake out pressure. So I low key might want to go Porygon to either see if I want to set up Trick Room. They've got Trick Room options though with the Bronzong. Maybe I just do the Dragapult Groudon lead with Zacian, and then we'll bring Incineroar in the back because Incineroar is just good pretty much always. And it is Kyurem Grimmsnarl. So, since this is weakness policy and not assault vest, my inclination is honestly to max the Dragapult. Now I know Breaking Swipe isn't a huge max move, but I'm just so scared of this Kyurem. I don't know Kyurem calcs. I don't know if it's just gonna one shot my Groudon. I guess we just try it and we just try to rock fall into it. Oh, and he switches. Okay, I am totally fine with this. Because we're going to get that surf off. Weakness policy, get us back to +1. Big max rock fall. And it takes out the Incineroar. That is huge. Foul play into the Dragapult brings it down to the Sash. And that's okay, because they don't have an Incineroar anymore, and I can just go straight into my Zacian, and now we have two huge threats into that Kyurem, and Grimmsnarl can only slow down one of them. Now, you probably pop a Reflect here, or you go for Speed Control on the Zacian, but really I think I just double into the Kyurem, and whoever hits is going to do massive damage. Reflect goes up, Behemoth Blade, doesn't matter. And that's just unfortunate. I was not expecting that turn one switch. I wonder what you were expecting if you're my opponent. What kind of move? Now, here, I think since they don't have any more swaps, I could just start attacking with the Zacian, but I'm just going to bring in the Incineroar and play a slower, safer game, bring it down to the -1, and there's a good chance it protects, so I'm just going to go for the Stab Max Quake to get rid of the Grimmsnarl so I can make it a 3v1 into the Zacian. Because if the Zacian protects, I can't knock it out this turn anyway. Intimidates out, and they actually Behemoth Blade into the Zacian, which doesn't do much, so that is great. This is an amazing first game with this team. We will go for the Fake Out and Precipice Blades. It's probably going to just protect. Yep, stall out another turn, but if you're my opponent, there's just nothing you can really do here. I'm actually just going to go for the Flare Bits and we'll just try to hit it. Precipice Blades. Play Rough doesn't take out the Incineroar. Precipice Blades does. So that was an awesome first game. It got to showcase the weakness policy Groudon. Got to see just how hard a +1 Groudon can hit while Dynamaxed. And it's fun. Dragapult did its job, and we didn't see a whole lot of it. Didn't see much utility. But I think it still has some, and we might be able to see some later. This team, though, we got the Lunadon with the Venusaur Charizard and then Incineroar Grimmsnarl. The interesting thing about this team is definitely the Venusaur because of the fast sleep powder, or since I don't have AV, a Vine Lash would just really do a lot. I don't know how much, but more than I think I'm willing to risk. This looks, it's hard to tell how much of this could be Trick Room or not. Like this Lunala, it could very easily be a Trick Room Lunala with the Groudon. And then you've got your fast mode with the Charizard and the Venusaur, and then you've got your utility guys here. So like, I kind of want to go with the Porygon and maybe do a Trick Room thing because I'm expecting one of these Kanto starters to be the lead. And Porygon's pretty solid into Lunala as well. So I'm tempted to do like a Porygon Incin with my own Groudon and either Grimmsnarl or Dragapult. They have a lot of offensive threats for the Zacian, and I think it'd be really hard to get it in a good position to do much without just getting knocked out immediately. So maybe I need more offensive pressure, so I think we are going to bring the Dragapult in the back, and we'll see what happens. So it is Incineroar and Lunala. Okay. So this really screams Trick Room to me. And what I think I want to do is just break the Shadow Shield on the Lunala with a foul play. And, well, it can either Trick Room or more than likely it's going to try to Meteor Beam into the Incineroar. So I think I want to foul play and then, what, switch into Dragapult? I don't want to. Oh, okay, you switch. Dragapult will come in for free here and you just fake out the Porygon. And I think I'm okay with that. I don't like staring down a Charizard, but what do I think happens here? Incineroar switch into Groudon. So I could potentially go for just try to Eerie Impulse the Charizard if I can live a hit. Oh, okay. And then I'm going to actually try to read in the Groudon switch and try to burn it with a Will-O-Wisp. I could Breaking Swipe, which is safer, but the -1 could reset with just the Groudon switching out. And it's not going to do much for this Incineroar that's probably not even going to attack. I call the switch. Charizard maxes. I get the burn into the Groudon, which is going to be huge, and Porygon does live the Wildfire. The chip damage is going to take it down considerably, but I really like this position right here. I don't know. I might want to just sack the Porygon at this point and maybe just attempt to go for a recover, and then Phantom Force to preserve the Dragapult for one turn longer and just go into this slot. So it misses with the Airstream. Precipice Blades does connect with the Porygon and takes it out, but that's okay. And let's get the Groudon in. And I think I want to start quaking things because they've got a lot of special attacking power here. Get some Phantom Force chip. Wildfire does still more than I'd like, and then the burn should take this Groudon out the rest of the way. Precipice Blades also doesn't knock out my Dragapult, which is awesome. Burn takes out the Groudon, and we got one more turn of Wildfire, which is unfortunate. But what do I want to do here? I can see the Charizard switching out this turn. But I think in my best interest is taking out this Incineroar, and Rockfall will probably be better because it's likely Shuckleberry. And we'll do Surf. Yep, here comes the Lunala. We can break the Shadow Shield with the Surf, which is fantastic. Get back to +1. Big Max Rockfall. Goodbye Incineroar. And Dragapult does go down with Sandstorm and the Wildfire. And we now bring in the Incin, we got the Fake Out pressure onto the Charizard, so I'm going to Quake into the Lunala, and I think I do just Fake Out the Charizard. And it doesn't protect, so good chip onto the Charizard. Lunala Meteor Beam into Incineroar. Knocks it out, which is unfortunate, but we get to take out the Lunala. Now, I think the Charizard might be able to... I've got 2 special defense boosts, but it might be able to Blast Burn and knock me out. Let's see. It does not. And we hit the Rock Slide. What a great win. Now, I had a message earlier that said the Showdown servers were restarting, but those were 2 very good games. I had a lot of fun with this team. I hope you did too. Leave a comment below if you've got another team I want to try, or if you have some notes about my gameplay to help me become a better player, because that is why I started this YouTube channel, to have some fun and improve in my Pokemon battling. So thanks for tuning in, and catch me next time.